And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's a heat. He's got it on the right. Finds some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And you just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense will go to work for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Beebe. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46. First down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Titans are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smallwood. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll try the run. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Let's think a second about Arizona State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on...
It's a running room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. He's loose.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. Looking to scramble. Fires to the big fella. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
You hear this all the time, but you've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit yak, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
And there was no... to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The field goal is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Beebe. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grab near the marker. It's Smallwood. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Titans are on the move. We'll send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will take us. Back at the 36.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Back to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a third and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the screen. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Titans. In the hurry up. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Touchdown, Titans. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a gap. It's Udo. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. No Cam Scatterboo this season. Guys, he was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a superstar, a budding superstar. Sam Levin is that guy. Can run it, can throw it, showed so much moxie last year. The offense might look a little bit different, but it's nice to have a trigger man like that.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one. one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Using the quick game. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sun Devils are in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Udo. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking downfield, it's Beebe. Rushes on him. On target over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line. Gaining 10 on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Smallwood. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his tight end. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for a man, it's Beebe. Fires to the middle. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Titans.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Back to pass on second down. Right on target this time. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. It's a seam wide open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Beebe. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Titans will punt it away on fourth down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The give from the gun. Oh, better look out! How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon.
Oh, a lot of space. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. To throw, it's Levin. Looking to scramble. He'll try. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
He'll step out of bounds at about...
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on third. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Now improvising. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's McClain. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Beebe. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball. Right on the money, you just have to make that catch. The Titans will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about shipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. creates a little room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Levitt. Quarterback now breaking the field. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They run the reverse. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot downfield here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Immediately fires to the middle. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, this practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the...
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they They had to have, now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Beebe. Quickly out to the tight end.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Titans will send out the punt unit. Now on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice...
There he goes! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Steps away. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. With a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Throws for the tight end, and they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. To green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Titans racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback.
There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.